Greetings. I'm trying to adjust myself. My apologies because I'm sitting on my little yoga pillow thingy, whatever you want to call it, floor pillow that I purchased a few months ago. I'm back again with another video. I'm not struggling to produce these videos, but it is quite emotional me reviewing these lessons from the decade. So today has been long. However, I'm going to be obedient even through my exhaustion. And I feel as though my exhaustion is showing. So anyway, if you are new to this channel, I am Ashaki, your divine soul sister. And this channel is dedicated to me assisting other people with tapping into their own divinity to help elevate and improve their life through the use of their own spiritual gifts. And how do I do that? Through my own intuitive abilities, my empathic healing abilities, and so on and so forth. So you'll see videos about working with ancestors and meditation and all these wonderful spiritual practices that really have helped me deal with a lot: trauma, anxiety, depression, just a lot of things. So nevertheless, I am back again with another lesson. And these videos I am trying to keep within a certain time frame. Today is the new moon, the last new moon of 2019, the last new moon of this decade. And for me, this new moon has really highlighted the importance of me loving on myself. I have spoken a lot about self-care. I actually do a self-care Sunday series on my Instagram and Facebook where I share different ways of expressing self-care and self-love to oneself. And so this video is dedicated to, and I know we've been beat up with that term, but it is so important to understand and to practice it daily through small acts, through our self-talk, through our actions, the things we put into our bodies. It really makes a difference. Like I was sitting and reviewing how in the past I had looked for someone outside of myself to give me what I needed the most. That's something I've struggled with because I'm such a loving person. Like I love so hard and I love so genuinely. And I've always, had this desire for someone to love me the way that I love other people. I understand that in this life, that desire has come from a, the baby of me, this child, because of the disconnection, emotional disconnection between myself and my mother. Even though my grandmother was very loving and I always felt that energy from her, that still wasn't my mother. And so because of that, in evaluating myself, I realized that I have sought out, tried to find people to give me that which I felt that I was, held back from, not I didn't receive. And through that, as a child, I would do so much because I wanted her to love me and be proud of me. And that those behaviors continued into my adulthood. Even now, I have to, and the thing of it is, I would love to love without restraint. I would love to be able to pour into someone and someone to pour into me the way that I pour into them. But that is, I'm getting to a point in my life where I realize it's not realistic, to expect anyone to love in the manner that I do because we're different. We're built differently. And I have to be okay with that. But with that being said, what has come to the forefront of this deep and burning desire for that, love, is the importance of me loving myself on a consistent basis through everything that I feel are shortcomings. That hasn't been hard because I'm naturally also a perfectionist. So when I create these goals and I have this image in my mind of what I should be doing or where I should be, and I'm not meeting them, or, I'm just disappointed in myself, it has been very hard for me to fully love myself. And it took for me to even, a lot of us can't show ourselves self-love because we don't even know our own love language, what that looks like, what that feels like. So for me, affirmations, affirming myself, it was so weird when I initially began to state affirmations to myself. But I began to play them as I slept, and that's helped a lot. Also, taking better care of myself. So, I have an entire morning and nightly routine and ritual that I do for myself to show myself love. Like when I'm oiling myself down after a good bath or a shower, I'm saying, I love these arms, I love these legs, I'm loving on myself. The way that I eat, my diet. So I've been meat free for a number of years. I eat primarily vegan. I would say I eat more of an ITAL diet. Definitely no meat, no seafood, nothing in that regard. That has transformed not only just, I feel, my appearance, but it also has helped me with my emotions, anxiety and depression coming from food. Also, with health issues. So I was diagnosed with asthma as a teenager, and it had run my life for a lot of my 20s. I suffered. I don't have asthma attacks. I'm not on medication every day. I do not suffer from menstrual cramps or very heavy menstrual cycles as I did before when I ate meat. I also used to have seasonal allergies. So different, all kinds of things going on. I still will occasionally have a little eczema going on my neck. That's something that I've had for years. But as a community-centered herbalist, I have my remedies which I use to assist with that. And some of what I have going on, like right now, I have a little patch right here. It's coming from stress. It's not diet related at all. So I know what to do for that as well. But me knowing about myself and taking those extra steps to care for myself is showing myself love. Me allowing myself to be my full and total self is expressing self-love and self-care. Taking a minute to take a breath is expressing self-care and self-love. Me doing yoga for me. Yoga brings me so much peace and joy. It is an integral part of my life. Something that I've done lately has been challenging myself to do longer practices and more frequent practices. I always practice in the morning. I've added a night practice as well. Um, I just feel so wonderful when I practice. I just absolutely adore it. It is my intention to become a yoga instructor in the coming 2020. That's one of my goals, maybe 2021. It just depends. I have something I'm working on. But over this decade, learning the importance of loving oneself and fully expressing it, and being consistent in that love, not beating myself up. I am, again, perfectionist. It is very common and normal for me to be hard on myself. It's not common and normal for me to be soft and gentle with myself, but I've learned to do that. And I have to journal. I have a whole arsenal of things that I do to make sure that I'm checking in with myself and I'm good with myself. I've gone to therapy. I have a therapist. That's important. If you need to, sometimes you need someone else. You need an additional ear. For me, being able to vent freely, um, is very cathartic. Going to the gym, very cathartic. Being outside, so I do everything and anything I can to maintain that joy that rests within myself. And this joy that I have, the world did not give me, and the world can't take it away. And this is plainly as I can give it. I used to not be a very happy person. I always had, but something innately always propelled me into back to joy, even in my darkest hours. But to consistently be able to maintain that is taxing on your spirit if you are not loving on yourself. And so, I have made it my life's mission to continue on this journey. So this has been a Shocky. I told you I'm going to keep these videos variably short. I'm almost at 11 minutes. I want to wrap it up. But I love you all so much. And I'll see you here tomorrow. So sending you all an abundance of peace, love, light, and always balance.